The long lane of water. Every morning before the sun was fully awake, Elin walked to the old swimming pool near the sea. The air was cool and the street was quiet. Most people were still sleeping, but Elin liked this silent time. It helped her think. She carried her bag on one shoulder and listened to the soft sound of waves in the distance. For her, water was not just water. It was a place where she felt calm, strong, and free. Elin was not a famous swimmer. She was not on TV, and people did not know her name. She worked part-time at a small bookstore and trained alone. But swimming was her dream. She had learned to swim as a child, holding her father's hand in a shallow pool. Since then, she never wanted to stop. When she swam, the noise of the world disappeared. Only her breath and the sound of water stayed. The pool was old but clean. The tiles were blue and white, and the smell of chlorine was strong. Elin liked it. She greeted Tomas, the pool guard, with a small smile. He always arrived early, too. "Same lane?" he asked. Elin nodded. Lane 4 was hers. It was not the fastest lane, but it was long and quiet. She started slowly, warming up her arms and legs. The water was cold at first, but after a few minutes, her body felt ready. Stroke after stroke, she moved forward. Her mind was clear. She counted her breaths and tried to keep a steady rhythm. Swimming was like a long conversation with herself. Elin had a goal. In 3 months, there would be an open water swim in a nearby town. It was not a big race, but it mattered to her. She had never joined a competition before. The idea made her nervous. What if she failed? What if she was too slow? These thoughts often came when she rested at the wall, holding the edge of the pool. One morning, after a long set, Elin noticed someone new in the pool. A woman about her age stood near the lockers. She looked strong and confident. Later, they ended up resting in the same area. "You swim every morning, right?" the woman asked. Her name was Mira. She had a friendly voice. "Yes," Elin said. "It helps me start the day." Mira smiled. "I can see that. Your strokes are very clean." This simple sentence made Elin's face warm. She was not used to compliments. They started talking between sets. Mira had moved to the city recently and was training for the same open water swim. She had done races before, but she wanted a fresh start. "Swimming alone is good," Mira said, "but sometimes it's easier together." From that day, they trained at the same time. They did not race each other, but they shared advice and small goals. Mira helped Elin with breathing technique. Elin showed Mira how to stay relaxed during long distances. Slowly, Elin felt more confident. She was not just swimming in circles anymore. She was moving toward something. Still, doubts returned on difficult days. Some mornings her arms felt heavy and her breath was short. Once she stopped early and sat at the edge of the pool, disappointed. Mira noticed. "Bad days happen," she said. "They don't mean you are weak. They mean you are human." Those words stayed with Elin. As the race day came closer, training moved from the pool to the sea. The first open water session was scary. The water was dark, and Elin could not see the bottom. Waves moved her body in strange ways. Her heart beat fast. She wanted to turn back, but she remembered why she started. She focused on her breathing and followed Mira's bright swim cap ahead of her. Little by little, fear became focus. On the day of the race, the beach was full of people. Colorful flags moved in the wind. Swimmers warmed up near the shore. Elin stood barefoot on the sand, holding her goggles. Her hands were shaking. She looked at the water. It was calm, but her mind was not. She thought about the early mornings, the empty streets, the cold pool, and the long hours of training. She thought about the bookstore, where she sometimes felt invisible. In the water, she was different. In the water, she was strong. The start signal came. Elin entered the sea slowly, letting the water touch her legs, then her waist, then her shoulders. When she started swimming, everything felt fast and slow at the same time. Arms moved, legs kicked, and the world became water again. Halfway through the race, Elin felt tired. Her shoulders burned and her breathing was heavy. She stopped for a second, floating on her back. The sky was wide and blue. She remembered Mira's words, "One stroke at a time." She turned back over and continued. She did not know her position. She did not know her time. She only knew she was still moving. When Elin reached the finish area, people clapped and shouted. She stood up in the shallow water surprised. She had finished. Her legs felt weak, but her heart felt full. Mira reached the shore a little later, smiling widely. They hugged, wet and laughing. Elin did not win a medal that day, but she won something else. She proved to herself that quiet dreams matter, that progress does not need an audience, that courage can be slow, steady, and silent, like a swimmer in a long lane of water. That evening, Elin walked home with tired muscles and a peaceful smile. The street was loud now, full of life. She felt different. The water was still inside her, calm and strong, waiting for the next morning.